You know, there's something special I've learned about entrepreneurs who are always willing to get the answer. They want to find the answer not only for themselves, answer for their team. It could be conviction, it could be solving an immediate problem, it could be building out a playbook for a new division of the company, because one day that division, it's not just going to be in Florida. That division is going to be in Texas, it's going to be in California, it's going to be in New York. We want a playbook that's actually going to be able to expand. But if it works in just Florida and it doesn't work anywhere else, what good does it do for the team? But there's entrepreneurs out there who are relentless. They want the answers for themselves, they want the answers for their team, and they certainly want the answers to make sure, one, they're beating their prior best, they're outpacing their competitors, and they're doing whatever it takes because their employees are putting their trust into you. Their paychecks, the way they're treated, the company culture, what's tolerated, who's tolerated, at what level, at what capacity, and it all falls down on your shoulders. The leadership shoulders, the people who are the culture drivers of the company. Comes down from a top-down approach. If I set the standard, who runs with it? If I have someone who loves, trusts, and appreciates the company, who's going to run through the wall with me? Who is going to run through the wall for me? Who is going to allow me to have the opportunity to build the biggest and most audacious business plan to allow my dreams and desires to keep rolling? Those are questions that are going through your head as a CEO. But who's going to allow me that opportunity? Do I have anybody on the team that goes to bed at night thinking about business just as much as myself? Do I have an opportunity to develop someone else in the company? Are those conversations that are going through your head? When I'm having conversations with entrepreneurs who want to improve, they're excited. They're excited because no matter what they do, every decision, they're solving a problem. They have the opportunity to continuously build. They have the opportunity to make sure that no matter what they do, they are building a bigger and brighter future. They're allowing everybody to step up to speed, build the biggest and greatest opportunity for your coworkers, your team to actually fulfill their dream underneath yours. And if you can cast that vision, cast that mindset, you're going to attract some rock stars. You know, you can definitely attract them, you can recruit them, you can engage them, you can get them involved, but can they stay? Will they stay? Can you develop them? Can they actually once lead the company? Can you duplicate that next leader? There's something special about entrepreneurs who put their ego aside and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I need someone I know, like, and trust, someone who's going to point out my blind spots, and somebody who is going to sit there and just process. I need a critical thinker. At the end of the day, if there's two people at a table, one is a critical thinker and someone's a yes man, who's the person you would choose? Odds are be the critical thinker. Why? Because they make you think in ways you probably never thought to ask yourself that question. Or maybe you've asked yourself that question, it's been years you've been in business, but when was the last time someone put in that perspective? Or when was the last time they shared the opportunity with you? Said, you know what? Hey, John, how much longer are you gonna let this happen? You probably remind yourself at this at night. You may have talked, your last appointment at the night, you're probably having this conversation, but the way that person said it, the emotion he put behind that statement, man, it made me think differently. Man, there's something here. There's something I need to actually process because this is not easy. Entrepreneurship isn't easy, but you know what's fun about it? Every day you're solving a problem. You might shift that and say, every day I'm putting out fires, but that's not the mindset. The mindset is I'm continuously beating my prior best, and I want to be in those rooms, and I want those conversations. So I'll leave a message here. If we have the opportunity to scale and grow the business faster, to build a dream that can change or implement or influence the lives of the world around us, what's holding you back? Is it uncertainty? Is it who to trust? Is it who's in my ear? Is there what's the intent behind this opportunity? What is something you as the entrepreneur holds you back from finding advice or gaining that clarity from somebody else who may have already done it in the space? I'm very curious to know. And I'll share one question, or I'll share something an entrepreneur taught me. San Antonio, sometimes I just go to events simply because I'll buy the most expensive ticket. I'll spend $17,000, $18,000, $20,000 with air travel, food, bring my team, over $30,000 just to go to this one event. Why? He says, when I go to that event, and if I'm going to spend that money, I'm not going to use my phone. I'm going to actually take every system, every strategy that is shared during the event, and I'm going to implement it. You better believe for $30,000, I'm going to implement one or two things into my business. Why? Because if I'm able to find those one or two things to help patch a leak in the company, hire that rock star, or build the most influential division in the world, that's all I need. But that's a perspective. Someone might watch this video and say, Antonio, with that $30,000, I could put that directly into marketing. Is that a short-term fix or is that a long-term fix?